think about like whether...
Ooh, brutal.
That's rough.
Hey everybody, my name's Jeremy and it's pronounced Vag. Today we've got a track interview with Sean Davis from 034 Motorsport. We caught up with him at Laguna Seca Raceway and got to sit and do a ride along in his S4 that was tuned on the Pure 750 Turbo Stage 3, and he was running full ethanol that day. We had a good time. I'm gonna overlay some video just for interest, and it's gonna be from my car and my driving, not the same one that you're watching the interview in, but just to keep it sort of interesting and so you're not staring at our two faces the entire time. Anyways, stick with us, check it out.
Whether it's the ethanol or the fact that I'm riding in a passenger seat that makes it feel like it's pulling a lot harder than my car.
Well, the passenger thing is definitely in effect. It makes you feel like you're going faster than you are.
Yeah.
Definitely on the effect of the G-forces there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not flooring it by any means, really. Almost lost it.
Whew. Can't tell on the camera because you're facing at us, we are hauling some serious ass.
Look at us go! We are zooming!
I told you, we're hauling ass!
We're hauling ass! Alrighty!
Try to, a little bit.
As a passenger in a car on a track, it's definitely an experience.
Yeah.
Because you don't have any control over what's going on.
I'll do a slower lap, then we can do some interview questions here for you. So, keep your hand inside the vehicle, please.
Yep.
All the time.
Arms and legs. So when you guys developed this tune for the Pure 750, what was your aim specifically as far as drivability? Just good overall all around?
Drivability is in terms it's trying to match or exceed OEM levels of drivability in all ways possible. So I have complete control of this throttle pedal. I mean, I can push it 75 and 100%, and there's a stark difference there in terms of, you know, what is what. So right now I'm literally just resting my foot on the throttle, and if I wanted more, I can get exactly what I want more. That's very crucial when you're on the track, so you have complete car control.
Yeah.
From the factory, you know, you push 50%, you get 75% maybe, you know. The last 10% of that pedal's pretty numb. So you're not really paying attention to, you know, how much more control you get. But a lot of people think you tune your car for performance, but these cars are tough to control on track with how little throttle resolution there is.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you want that linear feel, but one is just control, right? I mean, sometimes you want to be able to push it incrementally so you don't just have it like an on-off switch.
Yep.
And that's one huge thing I noticed that's a big difference in learning to drive the 810 versus the 710, or especially stage 2, is because all of a sudden you're driving and your power really comes on after 3,000 RPMs. And so you got to learn to drive your car all over again.
Yeah, definitely. I only immediately did one track day in this thing, stock turbo. So, did I miss the slide? No, we're good.
What would you say you feel the biggest difference being between stage 3 and your stock turbo?
I think the biggest difference for me is obviously the power, and where the power is. So from on the stock turbo, it's a very large, torquey mid-range, but on the hybrid, it's very linear in a sense that the torque just climbs. And so this is our standard output file, putting out around 560 to the wheels, so it's a little bit lower than what the full center file will be, but ultimately it's a very linear power band, and you feel it in your pedal. It keeps on going and going. It doesn't feel like it dies off about, you know, over 5,500.
Or really ever.
On track it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you know, it just has more control. The one sucky thing that we will be having to battle with V9s, you know, similar to any car that you're tracking, is definitely the temperature. A lot of people will be, you know, they want to tune a car and go out on track in full send the entire day, but in reality, there's no car in the market that does that pretty well. Every car, you have to adjust the cooling system. That's, you know, something that 034 is working on next.
Yeah, so right now you're running at about 254 on your oil temp, and that's right about, I just finished my session, that's right about where I hit on mine as well.
Yeah.
And so what is a good safe temperature that you can expect to be running?
So the beauty of this file and the coolant G rates that we have implemented into the our stage 3 tunes is that pretty much you can full send the entire time and the car will pull power for you, which is great. I mean, I can be 260 on the dot and it will pull power to help prevent from the temperature rising. So you can stay in it hypothetically. You're not making the full amount of power that you could,
yeah,
but it's a whole lot more fun than having your, you know, RPM shut all the way off. So.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of worth mentioning too that people watch a lot of channels. We get questions all the time about our tuning and stuff, but there's a big difference in running your car in California.
Yeah.
On a hot day like today, it's only 70, but it's warm
feels
out
hot,
here.
Yeah, the sun is out.
When we're in Washington, oftentimes a 70-degree day will feel a lot cooler. Our DA will still be low.
Yep.
And we're able to really battle the temperatures a lot easier. And so it's really important to know your environment when you're
definitely
out there driving your car hard.
Definitely. And I mean, the other thing, it's a little outside of the company scope, but a lot of people, you need to manage your tires and what tire choice you're choosing. I think a lot of beginners make the mistake of going out and buying, you know, the R888 or something, you know, really expensive and really sticky. But realistically, the best advice for anyone that's starting to drive their car on track, take it as it is, do a little brake job and take it out, enjoy it.
Yeah, stage 3, I can't emphasize enough how much brakes play a role. So if you watched one of my previous videos, we actually had gone and done a track day up in Washington. And then we went out and tried to do the quarter mile, but I had glazed my pads so bad that I couldn't even hold my car off the line. So I kept red lighting or breaking the beam. And so it is, again, really important to make sure your brakes can handle, especially a track day. And the tires.
In the beginner group, I mean, you're usually, most organizations in California at least will do a lead and follow session where, you know, you're basically playing follow the leader. So I mean, your brakes aren't super important unless you're, you know, I would say definitely don't try to push your car. Definitely learn, first learn the track and where all the corner workers are. That's the most important thing. But learning what your car does, you know, getting closer to the limit, turning off traction fully, just learning what it's going to be doing when your tires break loose.
Yeah, honestly, if you could get, like, this ride with Sean gives me more confidence in my car because he's pushing it harder than I did. I just did the lead follow. And then we also had events where we had instructors drive our cars around the track and we were the passenger. And all of a sudden, when you get on the course, you know what it can.
Of speed.
You go, oh, well, I know I can push it a lot harder than I was. Even if you felt kind of out of control, your confidence goes up, and then you don't feel that anymore, which is great. You need that on the track. So this tune is awesome. I think there's probably more we want to get into with it. There's a lot of questions, but that's
we'll have to wait.
Yeah, there's a really good overview. So I'm gonna move out of this portion, and we'll catch up again later.